Maybe I won't talk right away. I saw what Flash just said, that you get hit with a commercial at the gate. So maybe I should just do even less sensical blather right at the top of the gate. So you could right out the starting gate. So you guys can all get your commercial on and we can get that out of the way. I don't know. So hello, happy Monday, everyone. Good crowd. Good crowd, good people. Always good people. Always a lot of fun. Hello. And welcome to the stream. This got Hans, we got Phil, we got Mark, we got Kevin, we got Peter, we got Mike, we got Jason, we got Baron, we got Stephen Wayne Allison Jr., Christopher, Alexia, Ray, Ronan, and everyone is here. So that was attendance. I assume you guys all did your homework. I don't remember what I assigned you. Let's get into the Magic Duff Bucket. Oh, first of all, I don't know if anybody noticed that new channel art. Oh, man. The thing I love about the channel art is that it's amazing and awesome, and I had it specially commissioned just for the channel. The thing I don't like about it is it doesn't show up in the banner the way it's supposed to on the regular Jeff Word page, on the page for the videos, It's not there. It's like a little sliver. It's like, oh, I can kind of peek at it. It's too awesome for this world. Maybe YouTube can't handle it, but it was the static screen just now. So if you've seen that, I wrecked it with my face. My face came right through it and like, with my mouth. And then, so now, yeah. You said blather. As I came on. Yes, because that's what I was doing. Lance is here. Hello, Lance. Number one's here. She doesn't read the newsletters. Oh, by the way, if you get the newsletter, if you subscribed, go to your spam folder. See, number one lets it go to the spam folder because she's like, I'm just being protected by my mail account, and it's keeping me away from the goofy stuff. And my son-in-law is a goof. So it's kind of, she's probably happier that way, but it gets stuck in the spam folders. My channel art. Oh, I didn't say it. I was going to. Channel art was done by, do we give her a pseudonym? Potato. Potato did the channel art. Potato. She may stop in. She might. So anyway, it is excellent. I'm so happy. I'd love to get it on t-shirts, mugs, tattooed on my hairy back. Yeah, I had to add that uncomfortable detail. I could have just said tattooed on my back, and you're like, yeah, they'll shave your back when they put art on it. But I had to make you uncomfortable. Uncomfortable. I want to say quickly, your newsletter always goes directly to spam. Have you noticed this? I'm going to be switching things up. I know it just started, but I think we're going to go with some other marketing program, email program. So, yeah, sorry about that. It went to my spam folder the first time. I took it out, and I haven't had it go to my spam folder since because I'm the test monkey, you know. Everyone have their Sunday CP email queued up and ready to discuss. I actually do, Jason. Hello, Cat House. Good to see you. Oh, wait, hold on. Stephen Wayne Allison Jr. says the winners of the Fracassi Freaks giveaway have been selected, and I see at least one winner. Wow. I have Manos is here. Wow, that's great. That's cool. Yeah. So, okay, and Ron's here. So, I don't know, Stephen Wayne Allison Jr., you're going to announce those on the Fracassi Freaks Facebook page, I'm sure. But it's nice to know that a fan of Phil Fracassi is here as well. So, super surprised that Blood of the Impaler is still available. Yes, but it's $125. I don't know. It's $125. That's It's a price. It's a price. But yeah, it looks amazing. So Blood of the Impaler, Centipede Press, up for order. You can get it right now. A lot of people were really excited about it. I've seen the Club Dumbass. The Club Dumbass is starting to land. Wait, hold on. Let's check in with the Magic Duff Bucket because this is an experiment going on here. Duff Bucket, you got this. Now, Mitch hooked me up with the Unholy 3, and it is a modest 5.4% ABV. He told me it's a gamble. I'm going to drink it. He said it's a gamble. It might poison me. It could cause blindness and a loss of cognitive abilities. Well, I'd have to have them to lose them. But he said it's really funky. Might not be my style. We're going to open it up. And Mitch sent me a bunch of Rapture and like not a lot of it surviving. Oh, man. Oh, that's cool smelling. A little funky. Yes. We're going to talk about Centipede Press. We are. Ooh, this is like what? Look at that color. Huh. Very carbonated. Boop, 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 boop. I don't know why that made me make that noise, but there it is. Look at that. So oh, that's wild stuff. I can't say what it is, but it's wild. It is really cool. It's not like a sour or a shandy. I don't know what it is. Unholy 3. It's a most unusual blend. I think this is number 1. I don't know what it is. The Unholy 3. A 19 what? I can't. You know what? I'm old. So hold on. You can have a taste if you'd like. You got to appear on camera though. A 1925 silent film about that's the name of the movie. About a crime spree. So this is a 100% Brad Anonymous Saison with a remarkable and clean hoppy Saison. I don't know. There's 3 things in it, and I'm butchering it. So maybe Mitch could clear it up, but let's see. Anyway. Oh. I'm very pleased with the author signed Impaler. Incredible cover. Yes, Jason, I did my part and got one. So everybody's chipping in. They're getting their thing. I received the Club Dumbass today. That book is outstanding. Probably the best CP release. I saw that, Phil, on Instagram. You shared a picture of that and The Outsiders. That is cool. And you're like, anyway, we're going to talk about the Club Dumas and skip it. I'm swapping between chat and my work windows. So if I post stuff even more incoherent than usual, I've probably mixed them up. Don't get it the wrong way, Peter. Don't like put something like screw that chiz, in your work text, because that would be more awkward. But you could be weird here, so that works. So speaking of Fracassi, had an exciting find this weekend. At a local bookstore, I found a signed, numbered, jacketed hardcover of Commodore just sitting on the shelf. Oh, wow. I saw somebody just found a Boys in the Valley Arc paperback for 50 cents at a thrift shop. Not the Earthling Arc, the Tor Nightfire one, but still with the promotional bookmark that came with it. That's pretty damn awesome. Wow, great find, Ron. Damn. Considering lots of alcoholic beverages, somewhat high calories, carbs, how do you manage it with your diet? Well, I don't manage anything. That's the answer. I just, I barely eat, I don't do a good diet. I was blown away by my Club Dumas. Subterranean had some signed Club Dumas available. Nice. Club Dumas was really like a top-notch Suntup numbered. Whoa. Hey, Mitch is here. He's arrived. Mitch, yeah, I'm drinking the Unholy Three, and I'm digging it, man. So you got to explain what this is because I messed it up. It's cool. It's very cool. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it tastes like. It's very carbonated. Usually I don't like that, but I like it here. I give a lot of leeway to you, Mitch. You do it, and you do it well. There's a gnat. And maybe that's my entry into other beers other than stouts. Your Jeff art is superb, isn't it? Yes, Potato did it. She's amazing. Still some unsigned Club Dumas on the CP page. Very cool. So yeah, Potato did it. I love it. I love it. There's more to come. I mean, seriously, she's amazing. Love that all. But getting back to Centipede Press here, what we have are a ton of forthcoming books. A ton. Children of Dune, The Minds of Behemoth, Rough Justice. Now, I don't know. I might have to get that Steve Rasnick 10. Oh, no, it's in November. My buying freeze will probably still be in effect in November. But I have the other two Steve Rasnick 10, Out of the Darkness. It's amazing. That's an amazing Centipede Press production. Out of the Okay, fine. I'll show it to you. Whatever. Just slow down. Look at it. Check out the Michael Myers shirt while you're there. I have this was my first Centipede Press book, loaded with art. Amazing art, just very cool stuff. And look at that page design. Look at those just awesome. Just an awesome reading experience. Hugely vertical. I don't know if that's a thing you care about, but I think it's neat. I always got to check my books out when I take them off the shelf. So, very, very cool. I love this edition. The blind stamping on the cover. Very cool. Love it, love it, love it. So, seeing that there's a new Steve Rasnick 10 in the works, and I have Night Doctor as well, kind of makes me, think I need it, But, you know what we say. Fritz Lieber has got a new one, The Knight in the Knave of Swords, The Hell Candidate, Dark Carnival, I Reign in Hell. I saw that title, Quentin S. Crisp. I don't know nothing about nobody, but I love that title. And then Ghost Story for $495, Frankenstein $300 to $400, Alice in Wonderland with Salvador Dali. Was anybody blown away by that entry? I was just like, what? That to me was damn, was damn. Yeah, I was surprised about that. And then he's also doing Shadowland. Hell of a stack deck. And then I think it's so awesome what he wrote. He's trying to keep prices down. And good on him. I mean, that's very cool. Because he knows there's people like Jason who are getting crushed because he's a subscriber. And you could get what? A pass of 3. At the rate many Centipede Press are sticking around, I would guess the 10 will be around come 2024. Hey, Pizza Giraffe is here. Hello, Pizza Giraffe. Are you fully recovered from my cold a few weeks back? Was it? Yes, it was the C word. We did an at-home test, and I'm totally fine. I mean, I'm still me, but I'm out the gate on that. I'm good. I really want the Alice in Wonderland. I know. Quiz publishes with Broodcrumb usually. He might actually run it. Huh. I'm a little worried that Jared said a lot of new people signed up for the Rights in Frankenstein. That and Ghost Story should disappear like that. Those will go in a blink. I mean, I wanted that Frankenstein, but I'm not gonna. I wouldn't even. I couldn't even possibly compete for that. So I think the Gibson books are further off. Is he still? Is he doing the? Is he doing? He's doing. That's right. He's doing Neuromancer. He's doing the Sprawl trilogy. Now I love Neuromancer. I read it. The Centipede, the Suntup edition. Loved it, and I'd be very interested in the Sprawl trilogy. Excuse me. There are a few titles rumored that aren't in that list too. Yeah, Gibson. Yeah, yeah. The thing is, he doesn't keep secrets. We knew that was coming, but he doesn't do like he's given us his full schedule for the year when he doesn't even have the prices baked in. He's such an informal guy. I had 2 batches of Saison. One was 100%. Okay, Bread Anonymous? What the hell is that? Bread Anonymous. Is that like if Brett doesn't want to, your name is Brett and you're like ashamed of it, so you go to Brett Anonymous? Super funky. And the other was a clean hoppy Saison. Okay. Did you ever read Stephen King's new book yet? No, I did not read it. I'm cool on New King. Like, I still haven't read Institute, Outsider, Billy Summers, If It Bleeds. I jumped into Fairy Tale because I thought it was going to be a return to his like talisman type storytelling, his fantasy stuff, and I was here for that. I was here for more Jack Sawyer, more territories, more of all of that, and he's going to finish the trilogy, even though Peter Straub passed away. Stephen King's going to finish the trilogy. I think by himself. I hope to God not with Richard Chismark, because if that's the case, I'm going to take spoons and poke my eyes out, just scoop them right out of my head if he lets Chismark anywhere near the Talisman. Love Talisman's up there. I don't know why it's not in my top 10 King reads. I might have to redo that because it's an awesome read. And so I thought Fairy Tale was going to take us back to that. Nope. Fairy Tale was like someone, like he crapped in a bag, lit it on fire, and rang the doorbell. And you're like, oh, this fire is kind of exciting. Then you stomp on it, and it's just cooked shit, Then you got shit on your shoe. And you lost $17 for the hardcover, So, So yeah, I've been ice cold on New King, and I don't like Holly. I read in the Mr. Mercedes in the Bill Hodges trilogy. Mr. Mercedes, she was okay. I liked her in that. Then Finders Keepers, and then End of Watch. Man, her character just got more and more annoying, and I think King handled it clumsily. So I'm not here for Holly. So I was not surprised the Blackwood Volume 2 had no idea Library of Weird Fiction. What? Oh, the Bad Brains. We still have Bad Brains, Voyage to Arcturus, The Worm, Eurobus, the Charles Beaumont biography, The Shadow of the Torturer, Night Train, The Grayling Tree, Elric Volume 8, some Frederick Brown, Thomas Ligotti, Cornell Woolrich. Holy cow. I forgot that this paragraph still is just so much. We also saw that Folio Society is doing the Wind Up Bird Chronicle, and they're doing an edition. And then Algernon Blackwood, he's just like, I don't know how Jared keeps his head on straight with all those irons in the fire, man. Now, are you saying I'm as bad? Okay, this is messed up. Stephen Wilson Jr. said, damn, dude, you're as bad as Chris. Me? Am I selling something? When it comes to New King, Jeff is the new Z-Man. So I just got Holly today. Now it's part of my collection. That's cool. That's cool. And I hope you guys enjoy it. Whoever reads it, hope you enjoy it. Seriously, because why I would never wish that anybody waste time reading a book you don't like. So Mitch is saying, I did 3 different blends with a different amount of the funky Saison and the clean Saison. That version you have, number 1 was about 40% funky. I want the funk, 60% clean, and was bottle conditioned with cane sugar. Oh, I like that cane. I rub it on my gums to see if it's real cane. The others were more funk conditioned with honey. Well, I like it. I like it more funk. Stephen Dwinelson Jr., did you like Holly? Give it an upvote if you like it, Holly. You know, if you like the Holly. Last King I read was Dr. Sleep. Have the Institute and If It Bleeds on the shelf to read. I read Dr. Sleep, and I was disappointed with Dr. Sleep, man. Only because it was a good book on its own, but tying it in any way to The Shining and Danny Torrance and Jack Torrance and The Overlook and Dick Halloran, in any way, just that you're like a disappointing heir to the throne. You know, you're like, this is royalty, and then you're the miscreant prince who can't get it right. Like, you just don't hold up. I don't know. That's stupid. It just didn't hold up. It should not. If he didn't tie it to The Shining, if he gave the character in the main character in Dr. Sleep any name other than Danny Torrance, it would have been a fun read. I'm not reading it. We'll buy it for the collection, but we'll not be reading it. Didn't like the trilogy at all. And The Outsiders, I didn't get past chapter 2, which is weird because I heard The Outsider was great up until the last quarter. Hans, to each their own. I'm itching to reread Needful Things. Well, yeah, me too. I'm gonna read it when I'm gonna read it as a PS. Also, Brett Anonymous is Brett and Oh My Seas. Brett and Oh My Seas. Holly was decent. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you at least kind of enjoyed it. I know he teased several Master of the Weird Tale volumes previously that weren't in Sunday's list too. Also, the letterpressed Mountains of Madness is still coming eventually. Oh, there's a lot of Centipede Press. I hope you've taken out a home equity loan, Jason, because you're in for a rough treatment. And Jared said, he's like, I'm going to slow down. I promise you, the schedule is slowing down. And then he's like, oh, yeah, by the way, I'm doing a whole library full of books for everybody. No chiz to rant about. So it is King time. I'm not going to rant about King. King, you know what? He's earned his place. King has earned his throne. He's earned his bestseller status, his money, his piles and piles of money. He's earned it all. That's all. That's all great. Can't rant about him. It's not like he broke a promise to pursue his writing career. And well, maybe he did, but not to me. It was nice seeing Barbara take on a larger role and see her growth. Oh, is that Jerome's sister? I forgot who that was. Maybe she'll be a new character that he sticks with. I don't know. Jason, one of the Masters of Weird Tale he's mentioned in the past is Joseph Payne Brennan. Definitely one of my most anticipated volumes. Nice. I read all the new Kings. It's like comfort food for me. I didn't care for Fairy Tale, but I enjoyed Billy Summers. Kind of lukewarm on starting Holly. I heard people enjoyed Billy Summers. I heard some people didn't. I don't know. You didn't care for Fairy Tale. When I first read it, I liked it, and then the stars just sort of dimmed. So it went from like a 4-star read to a 3-star read, and I think part of it was just me grading on a curve because of King's ability to make you care about these people. Like the first part of it, which dragged on way too long. In hindsight, it was the best part of the book. Was the boy, the old man, and the dog. Like that was the best part of the book. But when I was reading it, I'm like, this is going on too long. Get to the shed, get to where he's got to go. Let's make it like, let's get to the fantasy part. And then when he did, it just sucked. I mean, it didn't really suck, but like it's like this, it's a small world ride at Disney World, right? It might have been great back in the day, but now it's just like, oh my God, with all the technology we have, I could go to Universal Studios and go on the Spider-Man ride, which is ancient by now, but that was an amazing ride compared to It's a Small World. It's like, it was just garbage. He didn't do anything with that other world. It's boring, just boring. So then you're like, well, the best part of the book, the part I cared about, was this old man, the kid, and the dog. I'm 200 pages into Insomnia. Now I like that. Somebody just commented that it was super boring to them. I only read it the one time. It was trippy. It's very metaphysical. It's like, when you have fantasy, when you have horror, and you have you had reality sort of altered. Well, that Insomnia, I recall it seemed a little more philosophical, like those beings that are cutting the threads, the life threads of people. That's all I really remember. Ralph's tired. Ralph can't sleep. I've been ranting for 15 minutes. I don't think I was rant. That doesn't really escalate to the level of rant. Wish I could warm up to CAS. I've tried several times and he just doesn't click with me, unfortunately. Who's CAS? What are you talking about? Trying to see. The Club Dumbass. Yeah, not gonna lie. The price of the Centipede subscription has definitely gone up over the past 18 months or so. Yeah. Oh, Clark Ashton Smith. Makes me think of Walter Sobchak in Big Lebowski. Vladimir Ulyanov, or whatever he says. I can't say it. John Goodman does it. Clark Ashton Smith, I begged Jared to do a Russell Kirk. Chris continues his sales. He's listening more right now. Now, I gotta say, Chris has built his whole identity on being a King collector. For him to let these books go, that's huge. I don't doubt that he's fighting to save his house and he needs the money. Like, he would not do all of what he's doing if he did not absolutely need the money. And I think that's a screwy way. I'll say somebody in Canada, some banker in Canada has a friend who's a politician, because no way in hell should you have to renew your mortgage every year to the going rates. That is a practice. If that's how it's done in Canada by law, or if that's just how things are done, that favors the banks so tremendously. That's disgusting. That is awful. It's like saying, I guess though, okay, I will say, if the rate goes down, right, people get a break then. But does it go back down? So I guess it can work both ways. I didn't even think about that. If it goes up and then people have to redo it, and then it goes back down, they get some money back. But it's not a stable way to live. Huh? No, if the rate goes back down, then you save money. Oh, well, yeah, you can't plan your life if you're forced to do it. Okay, Jill. She's going to come in and talk Financial Times right now. So far, it's pretty groovy. Insomnia. I really liked Insomnia, but would be the first to admit it could lose 200 pages. Stephen King could be, he's flabby. Insomnia is my favorite King outside the Dark Tower books. Wow. That's a hell of a praise, man. Do you have the Zeising edition with the Phil Hale art? It's every 5 years, and it's done that way in Australia as well. Wow. I mean, that's hell, man. How do you plan your finances if you're forced into an adjusted rate mortgage? So that's weird. I did not realize that. Huh. Did you guys see the new PS volume, The Weird Tales Boys, with Lovecraft, Howard, and Clark Ashton Smith announced last week? I did see that, but I'm not doing PS. So huzzah, producer Jill. She's gonna come on. She's gonna come in, tell us what the stock market's doing today. Um, she's gonna get right on camera. Yep, ordered a copy. I usually don't order from PS directly due to past issues with their site, etc. But I made an exception. Did I just join talking about adult stuff? Yeah, we're talking about Chris selling his collection. Mark Schuster is selling his collection. I linked to it. He does SK first editions. So I feel bad. I like to send people to people who are in need of it. So kicking you guys over there. That's what I'd like to do. The ridiculous way to finance a home. But if you don't have a choice, it sounds like he doesn't have a choice. Now, if that's something you kind of gamble with, all right, well, then you get what you deserve. You know, if you're like, I'm going to roll the dice, rates are so low, I can get a guaranteed 4%. But if I go 1% and then it does in 5 years by law or whatever, because he made it sound like it was done by the government somehow. So I have to reread it again. But if it's a loan he signed on for, well, Robert E. Howard is one of my top 3 authors, and I love Clark Ashton Smith. Jason, do you watch Mike Vaughn? He does a lot about Howard on his channel. Financial Times with producer Jill is a channel I will subscribe to. You got 1 subscriber, Jill, without even trying. Kyle's here. What's up, Kyle? Doing drum covers on his channel that are just awesome. Get your heart beating. He did a cover of Shadows Fall or whatever. The second song on the new Metallica album. It was great. If you like Howard, check out the works of Richard Corbin, in particular his Den graphic novels. He was an awesome artist. I do watch Mike Vaughn on occasion. We have a lot of comments. Vaughn Manor. You know what? Here's my impression. I don't have a tie, but I know Mike Vaughn will be happy that I do this. I got to watch myself real quick. Hold on. Hi, guys, and welcome to Terry Mansion. Today, we're going to be talking about Robert E. Howard, because I know Jason Geis likes him a lot. And I should be wearing a vest and a tie. But this is my guest appearance on the Jeff Word. That's my Mike Vaughn impression. If you know, you know, as the kids say. He seems like a very nice guy. He's dwarfing me with subscribers. And, you know, I did consider a hat, a vest, and a tie because of him. He's a good guy. Z-Man Energy. I've seen plenty of Corbin over the years. I respect his work, but was never a particular fan. Not a bad impression. Yeah, I haven't watched a whole lot. You know, he sits there. He's very quirky and he's very kind. He's a nice guy. Lena's here. Hello. Poking my head in a minute in the car. Well, I hope you have something to drink in the car. No, I don't. Please, I'm going to get sued now. So we all agree Centipede Press is killing everybody, killing everybody's finances, and good on Jared. I think he's gearing up for retirement. He's like getting all the money now. He's like, boom, I'm going to publish it all. I'm going to publish it all. Everybody's going to buy it. And then I'm going to disappear with Sam Bankman-Fried into the Bahamas. Except he's going to deliver on his promises. You know what I'm saying? Do you know who Sam Bankman-Fried is? Do you guys watch the news? I don't know. Now, you guys got to realize I held this book up at the beginning of the show, and now I'm absolutely paranoid. I always check the spines, and if I can't see daylight through the spine, I worry about the spine being attached. I'm very paranoid. It looks all right. Yeah, it looks all right. But the book's been sitting there, and I can't get it out of my mind. Like the Kylie Minogue song. You know Kylie Minogue. Can't get you out of my head. You didn't think I was going to impersonate Kylie Minogue and Mike Vaughn in the same episode. All right. Well, no, I think the book is in fine condition, but I do get paranoid. I had my Little Sisters of Illyria, the spine attached to the book block. I think it was a fluctuation in humidity that melted the glue. And then, I don't know. It's a stupid theory, but I took it to a book restore and he separated the spine. And now I'm just absolutely paranoid. If I can't see daylight separation between the spine and the page block, I obsess over it. Do you guys obsess over your books like that? Like if you know there's a ding, will you just look at that book and say, yeah, I know there's a ding on that one part. It's just like, it just like takes, like the book can be 99.99% perfect, fine, very fine condition, but you're like thinking about that one little thing. That's how I am. I hate it. I hate it because overall, I love these books. They give me all this joy. But if there's one little thing wrong, like right now, I'm thinking about my Blind Sight and Echoproxia. I read Blind Sight, and Jared, God love him, he uses his cloth, but man, everything sticks to the cloth. I don't read the books in the dust jackets because that's just wrong. I mean, that goes, you guys don't do that. I almost said a joke. I considered it, but I put it to the side. That's a service I've provided you right now for free. And I keep thinking about the cloth boards and how I love the book. I love that set. But if I went to sell it, somebody'd look at the board and go, wow, what'd you do? Did you rub this in some gravel, you caveman? And I didn't do anything to it. But, and then one of my Blackburn books, it kind of looks like it's all fluey on there. It's actually the first one, Scent of New Mown Hay. Anyway, I worry about the humidity because of that spine issue. I just hate imperfections in these books. Unless it's a trade edition, then I don't care. And Jeff segues into tonight's rant. News too depressing. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I think I'm going to be selling my copy of Little Sisters soon. Really? I love that book. No, never. Yes to obsess. Isn't it the worst? Yes to obsessing. Oh, you don't want to obsess. I mean, and it's not just books. It's like, I don't know. You get a ding on your car, although I'm way over that. Our newest car is from 2010. Our 2010 Honda Odyssey is our newest car. So I'm beyond worrying about dings. In a couple of weeks, you're going to be telling everyone how Dune is the greatest book ever. Yes, I am almost done with Queen of Bedlam. Amazing book. I love it. I'm getting there. And then right after that, Dune. And as I said in the newsletter, I don't know if you saw it, but producer Jill secured her reading copy of Dune. And this is it. This is the Galaxy series from Penguin. Now, producer Jill is a graphic design by trade, and this speaks to her. This speaks. She loves this title design, the spine. She was like, why do books have to have huge, big, obnoxious titles on their spine? They don't need to do that. And then the same shape defines all 4 characters in the word Dune. That's brilliant. That's awesome. I mean, it's kind of lucky, you know. It's kind of like luck a little bit, but it takes an eye to recognize that, and a brilliant person to put it together just like that. So she's not gotten past the covers yet, so she'll be working on the words inside, and so will I once I get past Queen of Badlam. I imagine I'll be done with Dune before she is, and then I'll give you my report on it, and I'll spoil the shit out of it for her. I'll just spoil it right on the live. I'm like, hey, you remember that part in Dune when that worm came up out of the sand and then it gave everybody free Lululemon jeggings? I don't know if that's what happens. Yes, I hate knowing. Okay. Yes, I hate knowing where the flaws are, especially if I did it to the book. Oh my God. I can't tell what's worse, if it showed up that way or if I did it. I think it's if I did it. I think I agree with you, Lance. If I did it, I don't forgive myself, you know. But it's like anything else. Like if I ding something, I put a ding on the refrigerator or something, you know, I'm like always looking at it. These editions are too pricey to not care about imperfections. That is 100% true. But you also got to realize life happens, and you know, things just deteriorate over time. Nothing lasts forever, you know. And so anyway, you gotta be okay with those dings. Failed in my second attempt to read June a couple of weeks ago. I made it to page 25 and I had to pick up something else. Going in for a third try this week. Wow, going after that spice. Trying to figure out if I stay on the Centipede Dune train or not. I think if you've tried it twice and failed, Ron, it is not for you. Not for you. Jeff, I'm to the point that I need to sell books strictly based on space constrictions. Some SK is on the chopping block. Well, I'll say, Jason, that's a good one to put on the chopping block because Stephen King's the one retaining value right now. Everything else is a clearance sale, buyer's market. So Russell's here. Hey, Russell. That's okay, Russell. You could miss all the streams you want. Say hi to Rolled Oats for me. You are unpacking. Yes, resettling. Good to see you. Can't wait to see you guys in person very soon. Nice. Nice to see you, Russell. Epic science fiction may just not be my thing anymore if it ever was. And that's fair. That's why I've never read Dune. It's like, okay, epic science fiction fantasy. Okay. Then I read something like that and then I'm like, I love it, you know? So I don't know. I must say that as nice as Suntop editions are, for the price of the numbers, I've been disappointed with many of their slip cases lately, many imperfections. Valid point, Phil. I haven't been. I don't want to sound like sycophant, right? Or a zealot. I have been consistently thrilled with Suntop, and I would still be on the train if I wasn't such an idiot. Folio Society is finally continuing June. That's cool. I didn't know that. Got my hardcover copy of Never Wake Anthology. Has Fracassi. Yeah, I should have bought that. Jeggings are in Messiah. Oh, good to know. Because I'd be reading that going like, what's up? I thought they were going for some jeggings. I will say, if you're reading the Matthew Corbett series, look for the word Leviathan. Did I tell you this story? When I went and saw Robert McCammon, I don't know why I thought, when you said Messiah, I thought Leviathan. I don't know why. When I saw Robert McCammon in his book signing last year, he talked about how he went to Viking. Viking was going to do Speaks the Nightbird. And the editor they gave him, and this is when King was at Viking, and it was like going to be a big deal. Robert McCammon was going to go there, and he goes for a meeting with the editor. This is to get feedback on his book. And the editor apparently was just some young individual who maybe wasn't very experienced. And she underlined the word Leviathan in his book. And when he got there for the meeting in New York, he's in Alabama. He goes up to New York for this meeting. He's thinking, this is it. They're going to do the book. It's going to be awesome. She showed him the word. She goes, what does Leviathan mean? And he's like, you waited for me to come to your office to ask me what a word meant? You're blocks away from a New York public library, one of the crown jewels of public libraries. And you couldn't figure this word out on your own. And he realized that they didn't really have any heart for his book, and they weren't serious people. So he pulled the book from Viking. That took balls that clank, and apparently swing from way out here. Whoop, bam. If you're gonna be inappropriate, lean into it. That's my master class. I'm gonna give a master class in discomfort. What you want to do is really show it and then bam it. Make a meaty thud sound when they clank. And then he said after that, he decided he's going to put the word Leviathan in every single Matthew Corbett book. And then he calls the last book in the series is titled Leviathan. I'm talking, man. Look how spite can be a motivator. That's also in my master class. Don't strive for success. Strive for revenge, man. Go after that. Be broke, obsessed, and disease ridden, but get that revenge. If you guys sign up for my master class, it's only a $5,000 one-time fee. And it's only one class. Okay. Someone posted it in the catalog. Design is similar to the first book. But the artist is Hillary Clark this time, who did Suntup Dark Matter. Oh, in what? In Messiah? I'm really surprised you're having a rough go with Dune. I guess nothing is universal. No, that's to be expected, I don't mind dings that I did on my own, just not dings straight out of the box. I got to say, I don't like dings no matter what. But if they came straight out of the box, you could send them back and get them repaired or replaced, maybe. But if you did them yourself, you have to live with that. And then you have to think, not only is my book disfigured, but I'm an idiot. After June, you need to try National Lampoon Dune parody of Dune. I got my Outsiders number today, and I love it. Well, because you're a Tulsa boy. I'm a Tulsa boy. You're going to get S.E. Hinton to sign it again? The first 4 Dune books are untouchable. That's hell of a praise. Jeff, be honest with yourself. You're totally a tough fanboy. Okay, I am, but here's the thing is I am a fanboy. Yes, I am. But what I am not is an apologist or a liar. I'm totally sincere about my feelings on Suntup books. Totally 100% authentic. I can respect that nobody is as loyal or is loyal. I can respect that opinions vary. And like Phil said, he didn't like the slipcases on the last few. You have major problems. And you know what? Those ideas and opinions are valid. So, but I'm not an apologist. I will not say something I don't believe. I read Dune, the Marvel Comics version of Dune, adapted from the David Lynch movie by Bill Sienkiewicz. I actually like David Lynch's version. A lot of people are off on that. Good night, all. Good night, Kevin Heinman. Suntup launch week, and I have to get to bed 3 days early. Suntup launch week, I will have an interview. I haven't even done it yet. Talk about slacking. I'm going to do the interview tomorrow. I'm going to post it Thursday. Suntop release week. Love those. Speaking of Suntop, did they have a release in September? Yeah, Thursday. Did they not? They didn't have it yet. No, so it's coming out Thursday. Flash, yeah, me too. It's nicer than I thought it would be. The revenge route is more fun, but it's also more bitter. Yeah, but also bitter is please in German. So that's in my class too. Suntop's releases this week. He will also be talking about Animal Farm on his live on Wednesday. Don't put an N in it then, or a D. Don't put a D in it if you don't want to say Wednesday. Stab me with a knife. What got an ad randomly right now? Yeah, they're going to cram it. You're going to cram an ad in your ad hole. I mean, they're just going to do it. They're not going to even ask permission. My lettered Fracassi altar had a dinged corner. Damn. I remember reading The Outsiders in English class. So that you had a dinged cover right out the gate? That sucks. I remember reading The Outsiders in English class. Oh, I'm surprised it was assigned. Suntop, you're either with us or against us. Oh, he's getting all political now. Now we're getting a fight. Dune movie next year is going to be epic. Sienkiewicz is pronounced Sienkiewicz, FYI. Sienkiewicz. I like Sienkiewicz. Sienkiewicz. I am Bill Sienkiewicz. Steven, you like Suntop again? No, he does not. Hans, are you certain it's not Sienkiewicz? Eyes crossing, got to get some sleep. I do that to people. Flash, I'm sorry, Phil. I'm sorry. Andrews, clapping. I think he's trying to say goodnight or slap some ass or something. I don't know. So, yes, Suntop release week. Outsiders is here. Outsiders will be coming inside my house. My Crunken house? Clunken house. I was informed of the correct pronunciation by Bill in person when I met him at Comic-Con. Oh, so you got the cred. Not really. I got my last number, which was Animal Farm, same as usual. Okay. I'm not. Okay. Yeah. Stephen Wayne Nelson Jr. was not happy, but he is now done. But, Steven, are you going to buy one of the last Outsiders since that was the book you really wanted? June is one of the greatest science fiction series ever written, but I think it takes readings to appreciate it fully. Herbert can be a little opaque. So I will be the judge of that very soon. I'm going to read it, and I'm going to be handling it. I'm going to be reading the Centipede Press edition. I'm going to be handling it like it's old dynamite. I'm going to be very careful. I'm going to be very, very. I might get latex gloves. I don't know. I don't know what a Jeff's going to do. No one ever can predict that. So yes, there's that. Subpress. Did you see Subpress has a new Abercrombie? Joe Abercrombie. Not Abercrombie and Fitch, just Abercrombie. And what has he got going on? What has he got? Okay. Where was it? Look cool. So if you're an Abercrombie, yeah. What is it? It is called, and it has John Anthony DiGiovanni, who did the Jaws artwork for Suntop, has his art in it. It looks amazing, and it's The Great Change and Other Lies by Joe Abercrombie, which contains tales related to his recent trilogy. I know somebody who says trilogy. You know, I see that word now every time I think trilogy. And it's the same brain that focuses on the dings. It's a poisoned brain. I didn't get a good one. So that is a $60 fee. And then that can be yours, and you can put it on your shelf, and beat burglars with it. So the letter's gone. That was $850. $60 for the signed numbered edition, sub press, print run of 1,500. So it's not really exclusive. You know what I'm saying? It's not a small print run. But $60 is a price break from sub press. You know? Tired. I'm reading a Fracassi novel right now, and a side reading a secret arc from Earthling. Son of a bitch. I also got a secret arc from Earthling, Hans. You want to send me a message and tell me what yours is? And then I'll tell you, ha, I bluffed and you rolled on Paul Miller. Now he'll never trust you again. No, seriously, I got a secret arc too. And I just put it away to get it out of the camera shot. Wait, Hans, how about this? Just tell me, is your arc a really thin arc? Is it a really thin? Is it a very thin one? Because mine's a slender arc. And is your arc with only black and white art? Maybe it is, Hans. Is it thin with only black and white art? I don't know why it had to be kept secret. I will also say, Hans, that the title page, if you look at the publication date, it says 2022, August of 2022. So I'm not going to reveal the title. I'm thrilled to have it. I'm so happy he sent it. I'm going to read the hell out of it. And that's when I was looking at my TBR. I'm like, where is this going to go on my TBR? Because it's very thin. But I'm thinking after Queen of Bedlam and then after June. So Queen of Bedlam is it's a substantial, in the parlance of our times, a thick book. And then, so Dune and Queen of Bedlam are thick. So I wanted to go something slender. And I remember last week saying that I don't have that many Chad Lutsky SIGs, but this is a signed one I forgot I had, sent to me by the man, Chad Lutsky. And I'm like, dude, why did you not read this yet? How did you not read this? Spinal Remains. So gonna read it. He's come out with 2 books since this that I've read, and I haven't read this. So I'm gonna amend that. But I might still be in the mood for a thin tome, and then I'm gonna read that arc. With the time and effort you put in these promotional interviews, Jeff, I'm always a bit disappointed that Paul doesn't pay you in a copy of each release. Not that you'd expect it, but it'd be nice. I'm just gonna Ron's gonna let that float out there. I obviously wouldn't do it if I didn't enjoy talking to these people, and I love getting contact with people that are amazing individuals, So I got to talk to Joe Lansdale. That's huge. I mean, just to name Jonathan Edward Durham, Omar Rayan. I mean, the artists, the art, Patrick McCabe. I mean, there's the one, right? If he made that happen. So I approach things with gratitude. Number one, gratitude. Not to say it's to be a sucker, obviously, if I don't have time, I didn't have time for Life of Pi interviews, and I didn't have, sometimes those things just don't work out. So I approach everything with gratitude, and I'm still taking care of my interests, and that said, if he wanted to pay me with a copy of each new release, do you think Beef Daddy would be upset and say no? But I appreciate the thought, Ron. Thank you for thinking of me. Yes. I found a ding on my last Malazan book, brought it up, and Bill said, sorry, they're all gone. 2 months later, he puts more on sale. Damn, that is not cool. Jason said it. That is not cool. I had more respect for Bill than that. When I inquired about it again, I basically got a sorry they sold fast. That's it. Paid full price and nothing else was said. Shit. Wow. CP have been impressing the hell out of me lately. I pass on most titles, but the few I've picked up this year have been stellar. Yeah, I'm always happy with Jared's stuff. Bill hasn't been a decent guy for a while. No. What am I missing? What? Oh boy. Oh. Oh. Uh-oh. Subpress is making a lot of folks unhappy lately. Steven made me mad, but I'm stupid and keep buying from them. To be frank, last purchase I made from them was for CP's dumbass. Oh, mine was the wrong date of 2022. Check inside. That's what I'm saying. Mine was the same date, Hans, 2022. Yeah, I'm really reconsidering buying from Subpress. Quality can be great, but way too pricey. Yeah. Um, yeah, that slender tome I got is from 2022. So Hans, I don't know when it's supposed to come out. Did anyone order that recent thunderstorm? No, I did not. I repeat, my secret Earthling art is slim, black and white, has a 2022 inside, which I already asked Paul about. Book was delayed due to COVID. Oh, okay. So yeah, that's mine too. 2022. Didn't I said that? I think. Um, Talking to Lansdale is on my bucket list. Oh, I know. Yeah. Subpress went up in price, and on some books, the paper quality went down. And like I said, that new Abercrombie is $60, so maybe they're listening to people. I don't know. Maybe. Speaking of McCabe, really enjoying Butcher Boy. Haven't had much time to read, but really dig the voice. Yeah. Well, I'm glad. I mean, it's a hit or miss book. You know, it's not everyone's cup of tea. Cuppa. It's not everyone's cuppa. But love that book, man. It's just brilliant. If anything else, it would be one less he would have to shelf the unsold titles. I don't know. Okay. Oh, is Chad here? Hey, Chad's here. I was talking about you, Chad. Spinal Remains. I forgot you sent this to me, and it's signed. And now I'm reading it. It's on my TBR. Real. It's the same arc. It is the same arc. It has to be. I think Subpress has decided fantasy fans will pay whatever they ask. I didn't think Bill was an unscrupulous guy. In fact, he just stuck up for Tyler Jones, who was promoting his book, and then Andy Gear, who's trying to do Fawn for $8,000, told Tyler Jones he was doing too many promotions in a month. He posted 8 times in a month, twice a week. Jesus Christ. What an asshole to complain about it. But Bill stuck up for him. I mean, so he's got a soul still somewhere. New Abercrombie is that cheap? Because I think it's really short. Oh, okay. Well, maybe. Thanks, Jeff. I know you're not a fan of short story collections, but I think you'll dig it. I'm not a fan of anthologies, but you've proven your short fiction chops. So I'm very much looking forward to it. Very, very much. So you're going to get a review somewhere probably. Subpress has been suffering from the same price hikes as printer binder quality issues that everyone. So I cut them some slack on pricing, but I stopped buying from them other than the ongoing series. Yeah, I saw that Bill really stood up for him, which I did too. That Tyler Jones book is amazing. Get Midas. I'll tell you, I had a pass on a super secret offer this week. And oh my God, it killed me to write the email back saying I need to pass on this exceptionally limited edition book that I would just love to have. And oh my God, I hope they're all gone by now because I'm really, really wishing I had that book coming to me I'm sick to my stomach thinking about it. But I also passed on Midas, which was far more affordable than that other book I passed on. And it's just the price of a buying freeze. That's all it is. And shit, there are worse problems to have. I have plenty of fun books. But Midas is one I did not buy just because I'm not buying anything right now. And it's a great book. I recommend you guys go get it. It's an amazing book. I should have Tyler Jones on the channel. I wish another publisher would do their own take on Malazan. Grim Oak has talked to Erickson about it, but I don't think that anything has been agreed on. Wait, someone was bashing Tyler Jones for sharing his book. Tyler is one of the sweetest, most humble guys I know. Yes, his name is Andy Gear. He owns Conversation Tree Press, Chad. Let that reflect on his brand. Yeah, he's like 8 posts in a month is a little bit much. I just like, is this your first day of Facebook, punk? Did you just wake up? It's 2023. You're lucky he didn't do 8 posts in a day, bitch. What an asshole. I swear to God, this is the same guy. Like, if I see one more post about Fawn, I'm taking a little drive. And he's going to talk about an author hustling his $60 book that he was already paid for. Tyler Jones already got the Earthling money. He gains nothing from selling it out at the publisher other than the bragging point, sold out at the publisher. Watch it go up on the secondary. Maybe that triggers a trade release. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is, he had nothing to gain in the immediate other than moving his books, pimping his books like you got to do nowadays. And Andy Gear comes out of nowhere and bitches at him. I'm like, what a shitty take. And Andy Gear, like I said before, he's somebody who's chasing luxury, not books. Like, again, agree or disagree, I think Suntop has a love of the written word, the love of the book, the art of book making, excuse me. Sorry, blame Mitch. I mean, Mitch is pouring the burp juice down my throat tonight. It's like, it's very carbonated, and I'm very old. But I don't know what I was saying, but I think Conversation Press and Andy has a love of the luxury. They're like, we can't make a luxury watch because we're assholes. We're not going to make a luxury car because we're assholes. We're not going to make a luxury line of furniture. We're going to do books because it's like small and doesn't have any moving parts, and there's still complexities, no doubt. But it really cheesed me off, man, to see him coming after Tyler Jones like that. I wrote something. I was much more diplomatic. I didn't have a beer, and I wasn't in my own little den. But man, and yeah, I get the sense that Tyler Jones is a very great guy. Like, there's some authors, you see them hawking their books and you're like, they're not doing it with any sort of heart. They're like, I got a book, I need you to. But Tyler Jones, he seems to be a nice guy, and he's very appreciative when people write nice things about his stuff. And it's a great book. Midas is a great book. I gave it 4 stars. I'm really stingy with 5 stars. That's the thing. Nobody's grading. There's no universal scale to star assignments. Like, somebody else's 3-star might be my 2-star, or somebody else. A lot of people throw 5 stars out there real readily. I kind of reserve them, and maybe that's a dumbass thing to do. But 4 stars is highly recommend. 5 stars is like, I think this book is perfect for what it was going for and for what it accomplished. I think this book is perfect and can't be improved. There's just something special, something added special about a 5-star book. And a 4-star book is like, highly recommend. I love this book. Like, the love is still there. It just maybe didn't get to that sort of, I don't know. So Midas is a great book. And so I don't want anybody to think that anything less than 5 is not a recommendation. So, Broken Binding is doing Malazan next year, but I think they'll be trade quality. Yeah, they're going to be trade because that's what Broken Binding does, I think, the paper quality, but they do added stuff to it, no, and I think it'll be cool. You passed on that? I got it. Yeah, good. Get it? Everybody get it. I cried for Jeff. I snapped it up. A publisher called Broken Binding doing Malazan is tempting fate. Not a fan of Broken Binding. Glued binding, trade editions with sprayed edges and a $75 price tag. Please get Tyler on here. Such a great guy. Okay, because you said it. Jill, we got to book Tyler Jones. He's an author of Midas. Andy does not own Conversation Tree Press. His brother Tony does. Okay. Well, then hopefully Tony's a great guy. But is Andy telling Tony not to push too much, Fawn? But thank you for clarifying. I don't want somebody to pay for the sins of the brother. I have the full sub press set. Andy is rough on the edges, but it's cool when you get to know him. Okay, you know the guy. I'm going off of a few things that he's written, and he's written some other douchey things to some other people. Like, who are you, dude? Like, why are you doing that? I mean, it's a small community, and like that sort of stuff evokes sort of my predatory instinct. Like, I want to come after you if you're an asshole, sort of thing. If your secret offer was that limited, surely they're all gone now. Can you share what it was? I don't know if they're all gone yet. People are only being contacted via email. So, and I think there were only 13 copies. So we'll let it all play out. Once it's out, I'll tell you what it was. Oh my God. As admin to the Sign Limited group, I used to get angry messages from Andy all the time until he rage unfriended me. Awesome. That's great. And how many boogeyman emails and posts have there been? Oh my God. Now, see, I would have supported Andy if he went after Chismar with yet another one. Okay. And I guess you could say I'm a hypocrite because now but it's all context. You know, it's like Richard Chismar, if he was a hustling author trying to make it, yes. But he's an established publisher who's totally neglected all of his promises to chase some sort of dream. Over what, Hans? I've bought books from him at reasonable prices and only had good experiences. Huh. I'm not a fan of Andy Greer. What he did to Tyler was not cool. He didn't keep going though. He did just back away, but it did piss me off a lot. I'm not hating on Andy. He yells at me and unfriended me on Facebook over nonsense. He seems like an angry person. Got to take off. Yes. Good night, Jason. Thank you for being here. Andy is very brash, but we'll stick up for you when people try and screw you over. I haven't seen this Tyler Jones post, but I would say that's unfair of him. Yeah. I will say Tyler Jones was just sharing it. He was like, "Hey, I don't want to litigate this, but that's the danger of social media, right? We all bump into each other at odd angles because it's very anonymous. We're all behind a keyboard, you know? Like, I don't even know what 99% of you fine folks look like. It's like we all express our opinions, and like it's hard to express tone in what you write. So your personal experience might be fine. You might have seen him do some great stuff. All I've ever seen from Andy is like criticism and nitpicking on people. And then to see him go, he didn't really go after Tyler Jones, but be snarky at Tyler Jones. It raised a lot of attention. It raised some hairs in the back of my neck, you know. Speaking of the Chiz, why do I keep getting 10 emails a day from them, but no updates on my damn pre-orders? Exactly. What books are 5? Butcher Boy, The Road, Don't Let Them Get You Down. Of course, I also did Boys in the Valley at 5. And they all deserve 5. So Fracassi has 2 5s. I don't know. I used to be more generous with the 5s. Like if you look at my listings on Goodreads, you'll see a bunch of 5s that maybe I would downgrade now. Because I do want to reserve that 5 for like something real special. But yeah, Butcher Boy, The Road, Don't Let Them Get You Down. Easy 5s. A recent entry from Chad Lutsky, How the Skin Sheds, was 5. Because that was just a great book. Great book, Chad. There was another admin in the Sign Limited group that went on a political tirade in the group and had to be removed. Yes. I remember that. That was stupid. If you give out too many 5 stars, then it doesn't mean as much. I know. I think some people treat 5 stars as top 20% and others treat it as best of the best. I tend to be in the latter camp. Yeah. That's a good point. If you do break it down, it's top 20, top 40, top 60, 80, top 100. It's in the 100% of what I've read. But yeah, no, that could be fair, but I just want to treat it as like best of the best. I get it. Just want to give my 2 cents. No, and I appreciate that. Like nobody should just be tried in court without a defense, right? Nobody's that completely vile except Richard Chismar. He's not even completely vile because he's done some nice things for Phil Fracassi. So not everybody's 100% evil. I have no issues with giving 5s to books that I absolutely love. Yeah. So I guess I should give -5. If that's I guess it could be like, would you happily reread this book? For me, that's a 4. A 4 stars happily reread. So maybe minus could be a 5 star. I think a lot of people give 5 stars because they want attention from the author as well. Like, look, I'm praising your book, but yeah. So if Halloween Kills was a book, wait, Halloween Kills? I'd give it 5. No, you wouldn't. You couldn't give Halloween Kills 5 stars. No, say you're lying. Take it back. Take it back. You can defend Andy Gear all you want. That's valid. You can't defend Halloween Kills. You can't. And I'm saying that in a Michael Myers shirt, man. I left a book group in Facebook when Michael Blatty was posting 3 times a day in the Fans of Suntop group, and someone posted in the other group their dismay about it. Defended Blatty and got attacked. Oh, well, you shouldn't. It is a book. Oh, it is? Halloween Kills is a book. Who wrote it? I'd read it. Speaking only for myself, I feel like the Gears treat other collectors in a similar manner to how Jack Black's character in High Fidelity treats the dude trying to buy the Beefheart record. That's funny. Evil dies tonight. The only thing worse than Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends. I mean, when they slap Michael Myers around like a little drunk bitch, it's over. It's over. I mean, it's like sending Freddy Krueger to sensitivity training. What are you doing? Michael Myers, okay, cover your ears if you don't want Halloween Ends spoiled. Michael Myers is a degenerate hobo living in a sewer that gets bitch slapped for a scene. I wish I was making that up. Oh, this indomitable force of evil he redefined the slasher. I mean, you had Friday the 13th, but this, oh my God. to just shit on that legacy, man. And then the same guy who brought us that pile of dreck is doing Exorcist. So good times ahead, you know. Now I want to watch the Hide Fidelity and make top 10 lists. Evil Dies. I liked Halloween Kills. Fight Me. No, you couldn't have. Unless it's a riff tracks. I would watch it if it's a riff tracks. Halloween Kills by Tim Wagoner. Really? Okay, now I'm super intrigued. Halloween Ends is a 6 out of 5. You're just trying to provoke a rant. 6 out of 5. Halloween Ends just. Halloween Ends was so bad that I liked the Hellraiser reboot. That's how bad it messed me up. Because what Halloween Ends did was reset how low you can go in a horror movie. Like it created a whole new low by which no other movie could fail by that scale. He was like he was in the Earth's mantle, right? With how low he went with Halloween Ends. And so therefore, like every other movie you see after that is like Oscar worthy. Jamie Lee Curtis, her bad bitch persona in the first one, I mean in the 2018 one, was totally negated. She became like somebody trying to write scripts for the Lifetime channel. She's like a Hallmark Channel script writer in Halloween Ends. God damn, they ruined Michael Myers. They ruined Laurie Strode. And Laurie Strode's granddaughter was psycho, and not in a good way. Everything about that movie is like, it's like a clogged toilet that doesn't flush and people keep shitting in. That's what that movie is. They should have just let Wagoner write his version of Kills and film that. Yeah. Hellraiser reboot wasn't bad. Now, I got to say, I thought the same thing. The more I thought about it, the more I hated the main characters. Just like Stephen Wynhausen Jr. didn't like the main character in Winterset Hollow. If you don't like the main character and you're not invested in that person's life or death or suffering, then it ruins it. There's no hook in you. And that's where Hellraiser, the reboot, failed. Those people, no, everybody in that movie could have died, and I would have just been fine with it. Like like in the first one, the original 1987 Hellraiser, Kirsty cannot get hurt or die. Like you can't let that happen. That movie put you just like you're tense the whole way through. Are the Cenobites going to flay this woman who's been lured into this trap by her depraved uncle? Like what a total tense-filled horror show. The reboot? Yeah, kill all those losers. They were a bunch of whiny little shits. Good. I was more interested in seeing the new costumes. Oh, what's Pinhead wearing this fall? You know, like, ooh, there's a new fall lineup of Cenobite wear. And then the new mythology was kind of cool, the different puzzles. So they were at least trying, you know. But yeah, that's where it fell short. I love the character study of Michael Myers. He was just such a misunderstood little guy. Yeah. Oh, there's an audio book for Halloween Kills. Evil Dies Tonight, I hear. So there's a fun movie from 1980 starring Chuck Norris. Yeah, Silent Rage. Yeah, I remember that. I love that movie. Hot take: Rob Zombie should have stuck with music only. And I'm not even a White Zombie fan at all. I don't know. I kind of liked his remake of the Halloween movie. Jeff, I'm going to mail you these movies so you can own them and watch them every day. That's torture. I bought Halloween Kills book because I'm a Halloween series collector. Have not read it. I agree the new movies suck, but I watched them anyway. Yeah, you have to watch them. I should have. I mean, it's like watching Halloween Ends was a shame on me moment. You fooled me once with Halloween Kills. Halloween Ends was all on me. I should have known better. Okay. My pet peeve is people who hate on sequels and remakes. They ruin nothing. The great old movie is still there, unchanged. The only thing ruined is your love for films. I love Hellraiser 2. More human than human. Yeah, same thing with the book versus movie. The book's still there. The movie is its own thing. I've created that separation in my brain. Like the movie is its own thing. I'm going to judge it on totally new merits. I'm not even going to judge it compared it to the book because it will always fail. But I'm going to be interested to see what this other person, how they interpreted it, how the actors brought it to life. Maybe they're going to tell us something new in a subtle way that I will appreciate. And so you go for it, because the book is still there. They didn't ruin the book. They didn't ruin the story. You still got the story. Halloween Ends is like the toilet scene in Trainspotting. Yeah, the Scottish Bay toilet. Halloween 2018 was fine. I liked it. I loved it. I loved Halloween 2018. Sorry, but on Teen Halloween Kills, it had its problem, but at least there wasn't a Cenobite being defeated by getting stuck at a gate. Valid, Chad. Valid. Chad, can you write a novelization of Roadhouse? Okay, makes sense. See, to me, the humans were not the main characters. I root for the Cenobites. See, and that's how you win at watching that reboot. Halloween 2018 was good, so I think Exorcist has a chance at being good. Possibly, es posible, but I don't know. It's like how Stephen King defends lousy films of his book. He simply states the book is still there, unchanged, so he doesn't give a shit and cashes his check. As long as you don't rewrite his paycheck, he's fine. I love a great remake, but I can still recognize a bad one. That is your prerogative. I like some zombie movies. The House of a Thousand Corpses, pretty fun. Devil's Rejects. I liked his first Halloween. I did too. Halloween Ends is good. If you pretend if it isn't a Halloween movie, maybe. It's the terrible unacting that Sherry Moon does. That's his wife in every one of his movies. And he puts her in there in every one. Yeah, that's sad. She's his Yoko. I'm proud to say I watched every single Children of the Corn film. Yeah, that's nothing you've made it. You made it and they get worse. Let's all get a Halloween Kills tattoo. Go for it, Andrew. Go for it. Yeah, Mitch can't even see an R-rated movie. Oh, well, then write it. Chad says his bucket list novelization to do is Phantasm. Do it. The Tall Man. Do you like White Zombie or Rob Zombie better? Is the $1 million. I like Rob Zombie better than White Zombie. Everybody is going to do this Halloween Kills tattoo. Is it a Halloween Kills or Halloween Ends? Yeah, I'm getting called. That's the grandfather clock. Halloween Kills tattoo. Okay, are we all doing this? I would buy that in a second too. So Chad, write it up. Write it up. Zombie's wife is why I watch. Oh man. I would like more classic horror and cult film novelizations like Jeff Strand's Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Yes. Yes. That's why I like what Encyclopocalypse is doing. That was cool. They did all that stuff. My tramp stab tells you Evil dies tonight in Goth's script. Evil dies tonight. I would do that. I would do Evil dies tonight. I would do it in Mitch's spelling though. Children of the Corn is not as bad as the Amityville franchise. Ooh. Producer Jill has to get one as well. Evil dies tonight. Mitch has to do Halloween Brews. What would it be? What Evil dies tonight? How about Brain Cells Die Tonight? No. Something bad ties tonight. So evil dies tonight. But what does beer do that it kills bad times? Bad times die tonight. I mean, that just sounds stupid, but whatever. Restraint dies tonight. uh, um, uh, Inhibitions die tonight. Halloween beer. Halloween swills. Oh, that's awesome. Halloween swills. Pumpkin and blood. Oh, yeah. Pumpkin and blood. The tattoos have to be in Comic Sans. I think you lost me. Jill's refusing. She's a graphic designer after all. So I was in talks with Encyclopocalypse to write the novelization for River's Edge and Greasy Strangler, but I don't think they're able to get the rights. Oh, River's Edge would be perfect. Man, I could just hear Crispin Glover. Logic dies tonight. I'd buy a Phantasm book. Whatever happened to Ponytail Guy? Just don't call it Slack-o-lantern. Judgment dies tonight. Oh, man. River's Edge would have been so... well, he's an author, so... Chad, you're getting kudos from the Peanut Gallery for not including an E in the word judgment. Well, two E's. You know, between the G and the M. I said N, but I changed it. River's Edge would have been tight. It would have been. I call my beer swill all the time. No, it's not. Everything is better with lots of beer. Duff's Revenge. I want a novelization of Blood Beach. Are you not current on the Phantasm series? Uh-oh. Manic, the Esper version, should be in public domain. Mitch, this is good stuff, man. This is good stuff. Should pump up those ABVs, though. Okay. Blood Beach with John Saxon. Saw that in the theatre. So I have a little bit of show and tell. It's a funky one. I do. Oh, I like it a lot. It has, see, Mitch, here's the thing. Your beers have something to say. Other beers are just like, you just want to get drunk. I'm your Uber to Drunkville. Get aboard. You know, meters run and pound them. Who cares about flavor? Your brews tell a story. They're like, let me tell you about the time I got shit-faced. It started with mighty, mighty flavor and some cigars. And then Andy Gear walked into the room. Oh, he came in with Richard Chismar. So I ordered another beer. See, they tell a story and you fall into it, Mitch. You have a point. Your beers have a point and they're delicious. And I'm here for it because it's about the enjoyment, not the drunkening. So if you could punch up that ABV so I get a little buzzy too, it's fine. It's fine. Don't sacrifice the flavor. Fact is, there's a scene in Phantasm lifted directly out of Dune and a bar named after Dune in the movie. Wow. Okay, so some show and tell. That's cool, by the way, Hans. Didn't mean to gloss over it. I like it. I got my Fracassi. Let me see if it's showing up. I got to get to the screen. There you go. I got my third signed, I don't know if you saw my Instagram post, Fracassi hardcover Gothic. But I did it because look how he's signing them. These are the signed directly. You can't really see it. Signed directly in the book at Cemetery Dance. I don't know if they still have them. But if you do not have a signed Gothic with the horn doodle, do it. So now I have one from VJ. That's a tipped-in page. I have one from Cemetery Dance that came with the book plate, which is cool. I dig it. And now the one that's directly signed with the Fracassi doodle in there of the horns. Go get it. You got to go get it. That's my plug for that. I think it's a must purchase. How about these? Blood Beach, Suspiria, House by the Cemetery, Basket Case. How about It Lives? How about It Lives? How about Puppet Master novelization? Oh, thanks for the heads up on the Gothic hardcover sign. I picked one up. Good, good. Because I was thrilled to see that little horn doodle in there, you know. And then I talked about this in the newsletter. Again, if you're getting, there is an It Lives novelization. Oh, man. I know. I got to do my Jeff and homework. You're speaking my language. I would love to do House by the Cemetery, Basket Case, and definitely Pieces. If you saw my newsletter, if you subscribe to the newsletter and you didn't get it, check your spam folder. But I talked about getting the German edition of Goblin by Josh Malerman. Remember earlier I was talking about Gaudy that producer Jill hates. Oh, I gotta compare it. You hate gaudy title treatments on the spine. She prefers the Dune, and then something that screams at her from the spine is a no-go. So I'm showing you the Goblin is the no-no, and the Dune is the go-go. So that's she doesn't like that, but I think this is a great addition. Daniel Serra is one of my favorite authors. There is glossy spot printing here with the flies in the windows. You can't really see it. You could see there how it catches the light. Very, very cool. I usually don't care for printed boards, but this does it. It is illustrated throughout, cool end sheets. And then, of course, signed by one of my favorite authors and one of my favorite artists. I got number 72, the year I was born. I love that. I'm going to be done in a minute. And they also do this weird thing where there's it's like embossed, like they did a seal to the page. That's kind of cool. So I don't know. I love it. It's all in German, so I can't read it. Would be great to see Goblin in English with this treatment. That would be great. But already got the Earthling. Love the Earthling. Not complaining about the Earthling. I just love the book. Love to see as many iterations of it as possible because that's a sickness. That's what's addiction. You know, it's not reason. Love it. Love it. Love it. I got it from Dark Regions Press, the only press worse than Cemetery Dance. And the funny thing is, they were supposed to send this book with a bookmark, and this came a few days later in its own envelope because they forgot to include it. So kudos to them for sending it out, not just saying, we forgot to send the bookmarks. Screw it. So I'm glad I got it, but it's just sad. I do wish them well, Dark Regions. I don't hate them, but they're not doing good, and I don't know if they're going to come out of what they're doing, but whatever. Later Gators got some winners to announce over on the Freaks page. All right, everybody go over there because I'm going to be getting gone. I got my hardcover Gothic signed with the horns. When I saw him, I had bought the paperback direct from him a few months ago. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Got to run, Ron. Take it easy. I will be back next Monday. And the Gothic Arc has the horns. So now I have 3 versions with the horns. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that Goblin is nice. I don't know. It was so tempting, but I don't speak that language. I know. And that is that's bad. I'm never doing it again. No more. No more. But I love that. Daniel Serra art. And, I mean, I have the ultimate version, which is the Earthling one. So I'm covered. I also have a signed trade. Born in 72, my band played our high school 50th reunion Saturday night. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's wild. CD's something good. I think CD Germany could send notes back to Chiz on how to run a business. Own Goblin and paperback, but haven't read it. Also haven't read Boys in the Valley. Need to grab a copy and rectify that. Chad, you will love, if there are 2 books, I think between those 2, I think you should read Boys in the Valley first. It's a coming of age story. It's like, boom, sweet spot for you, Chad. I think that's a great Chad Lutzke read. And Goblin's amazing. It was my first Mallerman. I absolutely love that book. So that might be a 5-star from me. Let's hope the Steelers can pull off a win tonight. I don't know why there are 2 Monday night games. All right, take it easy. Take it easy, Mitch. Steeler Nation. What else? What else was I going to say? 1 month, going to see McCammon. If you're going to be in Alabama, go there. Go see Robert McCammon. Go do it. Yeah, we talked about that. Talked about things. Daphne and Hunger. The Daphnes and the Hungers are hitting the doorsteps from SST. So definitely boys first. Yeah. So RA is rooting against the Steelers. Take it evil dice tonight. Thank you, Peter. So good night, everyone. It's always a blast for me. So thanks for enabling me and making my family members cringe in the other room. It's the only time they're actually like afraid of me. Like they tuck away and they cringe. Like, when is this tornado of words gonna end? It's like a cyclone 3 of words and yelling and bad lighting again. So anyway, thank you for all being here. I'll take it easy, and I hope you will take it easy as well as me. That I am. Have a beer. Have a beer with something to say. Have a beer with something to say. Have a rapture. Good night, Andrew, Chris, Lance, Mitch, Mark, Manos, RA, Mike, everybody, and see you next Monday. Lunes.